I had already had a friend that was here before, and I'd known that Sacramento was in a really great spot. You're in close to Yosemite, close to the mountains in Tahoe, close to San Francisco. And when I came out to Sacramento, it reminded me a lot of Austin, Texas, about 10 or 15 years ago. It's a capital city. We have a lot of government, industry. The tech scene is starting to grow. Sacramento is almost another small technology hub outside of San Francisco.
In Sacramento, we look at the city as a living laboratory. Sacramento itself is an innovation town. From back in the day of the Intercontinental Railroad, it's important to step back into innovation and tech because we're competing on a global market. And the tech is burgeoning. I think, with the overflow from the Bay Area that has been coming here for years, and then just the young startups and young students that are wanting to do something different in Sacramento and call Sacramento home.
It's like a hidden gem. It's a secret within a secret. And then I think once people visit here, like, oh wow, there is so much to offer. I didn't know anyone when I moved out here. I literally had no friends. And I was able to make friends, not just only through SkySlope, but through the dog community. There's a running community. You build relationships in a really unique way, and that's something I never even knew was a thing until I moved here to Sac.
Sarah and I have a family right now. We have little Lila, our dog here. And coming to Sacramento for her, it's like, daily trips to the park, right? Like family time, walking together. Sarah and I go and grab our coffee in the morning. We walk Lila to the Capitol Park or the dog park. So even that atmosphere of having the time and also dedicating that as a part of your, work-life balance to us was really important.
It's ended up being a completely different city than I expected. Seeing the amount of change that's happened in just the year that I've been here. You can definitely tell it's an area that's changing quite a bit. I mean, on the way home, I passed probably like 2 or 3 local breweries, and that's something that I'm definitely into. You actually see more and more open up all the time.
The Golden One is probably the biggest incubator that we have here in the city, and we're talking to them about what's possible to roll out at a city scale once they prove themselves inside the biggest incubator around the world. There's a lot of focus around food, art, and tech. So the art side, you have wide open walls, you have some beautiful statues and sculptures that are about to go up in the city. The food, we're about to be Michelin rated, and so we have a great farm to fork scene here in Sacramento.
It's a really cool combination of being super Sacramento proud, but actually being a part of the community. And you really kind of have the best of both worlds here, and that's how I think of it as. Like, I moved to Sacramento, and then I stumbled upon SkySlope, and I was like, that was just the icing on top of the cake for me.
We have a nice open office space. We have our show and tell on Friday, which is a really nice way to end the week. There's a lot of different locations that are very close by to the office that allow us to kind of just get up and do work somewhere else. And I think that having that nice little autonomy at the team level is pretty neat. Very much enjoyed my time here at SkySlope. The culture here is amazing.
Granite Bay, Rockland, Folsom have really, really good communities, great schools. Family adjusted really well, so the young kids in elementary school, and they popped right in their schools and made new friends, and now they actually have a backyard to play in. Coming from Google, where the biggest thing really is the people, and just having awesome people in an awesome environment, I've definitely found that here at SkySlope.
You can see the landscape of Sacramento changing even with SkySlope. The city continues to grow, continues to build out, but we as a company also can have an impact on that, which is really cool, because we're in the center of it all right now. And you can be a part of that growth.
It's all about what you value. If you value family, if you value a city that's growing, that has opportunities, Sacramento has a lot to offer, and we'd love to have you here.
I met my girlfriend in SoCal. Housing was just completely unaffordable, and even living by myself, I was unable to do that. And personally, after college, I really didn't want roommates anymore, but it's something you have to compromise on.
Totally. I mean, the cost of living is a lot cheaper coming from the Bay, especially. Obviously, housing, you're going to get a lot more space and a lot more bang for your buck, and it'll honestly be cheaper.
From my experience, I came from a place that a lot of people would consider a place to go to, Austin, Texas. And I'd already looked at California. When I was growing up, I'd been out to California multiple times.
I was actually in the Bay Area, born and raised in Newark, not Newark, New Jersey, Newark, Fremont, California. Went to school down in LA, made the move back up to the Bay Area, so I've lived in the Bay, I lived in LA.
I was actually raised in France and Italy. Come from a basketball family, so when we moved here, it was super important to assimilate into the community. So I'm a graduate of Kennedy High School, the best high school ever in Sacramento.
I've seen a lot of the similar changes that we saw in Denver, and the affordability with that growth that you already see a lot of people making the move towards. I think it would make logical sense for anybody that's, wanting to take a next step in their career.
In New York, my walk was like, you just strut. Like you're just going, you feel like you're always going somewhere with a purpose, even if you're not really going anywhere. Like you're going to the bodega to get like a Gatorade, but you're like still speeding past people. But here, I kind of had that same walk, and then I was like, wait a second.